All right, all right. What's going on?
Hey
Looks
Sam.
like uh it looks like my screen might be frozen a bit, so let me see if I can get this going.
Oh, nice.
All right. How you doing, man?
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. Good to be here
Awesome.
again.
Hey, there I go. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Man, good to
Nice.
see you. I'm super excited, man. We've got a live stream. We're going to talk about AI, building autonomous, building autonomous payment systems for AI agents.
Yes.
Let's talk about this, man. How did this come about? I know that internally as well as externally in the developer community, people have been very excited around the world of AI. So, I'm curious to know what got you first interested. And before you do that, I'm gonna actually share some tidbits, a little Easter egg, I guess you could say. When we
Yeah.
were actually looking to hire a new DevRel, in his interview, we challenged everybody to build something, and Blessing actually built an AI integration that allowed people to get questions answered based on our video. So, we've known that you've been very passionate about the world of AI and the interconnection between blockchain. So, first of all, man, quickly introduce yourself, and then yeah, let's talk about your fascination with AI.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you for all the kind words. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm Devrel Blessing at DCG. I'm Developer Relations Manager for EMEA region at Seco, and I've been here more than a year now. Wow. I'm based in London, United Kingdom. I've been kind of interested in AI for quite some time now. My background before I joined Seco was as a software engineer, pretty much writing code to move data, right? You can think of me as a data scientist and also a software engineer. So that allows me work in the intersection of data science and software engineering. So I worked on a lot of projects that has to do with processing data and thinking about like the algorithms to run predictions. And then right after that, right after my core engineering experience, I moved to start my developer relations experience at an AI company, right? And this was as far back as 2021. Then OpenAI just released GPT-3. So the technology was still pretty much not, it wasn't this mature, was very new. Most people don't even know what was possible with GPT-3 at the time. So then I spent my time diving deep into understanding large language models, right? Diving deep into understanding large language models. And then I built a lot of applications, right, from 2021 to 2023, working as an AI developer relations engineer. And right during my interview, I actually built an embedding applications where I got a lot of data from Circle's education resources, the YouTube included, and other public developer documentations. And then I passed that through to a vector database to store them as embeddings, and then I run the querying, which is known as the retrieval augmented generation pipeline on top of that. So what that lets you do is, as a developer, if you are curious about how to build with Telco developer tools, you can actually get into that chatbot that I built, and then you can ask questions like, oh, tell me more about Circle Developer Platform. And then based on the informations that it was kind of like trained on, or the embeddings it was stored, it will give you an answer, and it will generate an answer that is more accurate. So, and I did this because GPT-3 at the time kind of had this limitation where it would, if you ask GPT-3 or GPT 3.5 any question at the time, it will return back an answer that it will return an answer based on what it was trained on. So you cannot ask GPT-3 questions based on what it wasn't trained on. So that was why I thought that, okay, for this it would be really nice for me to build a demo. So I've been really interested in AI since 2021, especially large language models since 2021. And when AI agents became more popular, right? And also back then in 2022, I'd worked on a use case for AI agents, right? It wasn't this popular back then at the time. So when it became more popular, and I am now at Circle, right? I tell you, it was a really nice intersection for me to bring my experience from the AI world, doing developer relations back then, building with large language models, and then bringing my experience in payment and bringing them all together to sort of like educate developers about the world that it's possible with AI agents, right? And this world is possible in the sense that we can have AI agents actually doing autonomous tasks for us, carrying out researches, carrying out different automation on our behalf. And then if you think about this, they can earn passive income for us, so they can get paid, right? And then the way to do this is by having them get paid on the blockchain, right? Because it's fast, is secure, is transparent, right? And we've got the tools to do that at Circle, and that motivated me to build this use case that I'm going to walk everyone through today. And you're going to see how we have an AI agent work with the Circle developer platform. So, Sam, I hope I
Man,
answered the
no, that's
question.
awesome. So you start talking my language. You say we can make some money
Yeah.
with AI, make it interesting. I posted over the weekend, I think, man, that AI is just opening the doors, and really just allowing entrepreneurs out there to, start building, start creating, become developers in a sense. Things that were probably out of the reach a couple years ago. You can now do this now in real time. Want to give a quick shout out to all those that are tuning in. Shout out, I see Christian said a big hello. Look, this is a great reminder. If you're out there watching, put your comments up here. We are paying attention and taking notes of what you're doing. So, big shout out to the team. Also, I put into the description here a link. So there's a link that's available for the replit that he's utilizing. So make sure that you do it. I'm also going to go ahead and put it in my X account as well, so that way you can have access to it. But yeah, man, it's incredible, really. Even some of your background, I forgot how engraved you were in it. I know too. Big shout out to Jeremy Allaire and EBC Elizabeth at our companies, our leadership have been very, very like supportive and very supportive and encouraging for AI innovation, really opening the doors for a lot of us here at the company to really test our boundaries. I just wanted to, give a shout out from your experience, being here at Circle, kind of from your perspective, that support that we're seeing from leadership to really just ensure that we're always at the forefront of technology.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. Yeah, I think when it comes to new technology, right, at different organizations, the leadership, they have the way of actually shaping the narrative, right? They can help foster the way it's being adopted. Number one, for increased productivity, that is to increase the work we do, right? And then they can also use it to help us shape different narrative. And this is what we see at Circle, where we have different tools that we have to our disposal to increase productivity, and also just this support that we can go ahead to build different use cases to explore what's possible with AI. So having that support is really, really, really amazing, right? Yeah. So someone put in the chat that how can I find the chatbot you were talking about? Wow.
Yeah, shout out. All right, Joshua, what's up? Let me put you up there. Yeah, how we find that chat bot? Do you still have that active?
Yeah, it's actually active on my own personal computer, but not in public. And I think that sort of inspire us to work on a new project for that.
Nice, nice, nice. Well, tell you what, shout out to Joshua. We'll try to make sure that maybe Blessing could do a tutorial on how to create it. I
Yeah,
think that's kind of cool, man. I think you're a builder. Shout out to Corey as well.
yeah,
And then we have Elton on our team, man. It's great to be around builders. I'm very fortunate to be around
yeah.
creators that are creating every day. So yeah, shout out to Joshua, man. I'll try to see if I can twist his arm, get it off his computer for you. I'm trying to make something happen for the people, man. On
Nice.
USDC, you know, I've talked to a lot of people in the space, right? USDC is because it's so fast, so cheap, so often open. It allows people to do certain things that you can't do with traditional systems. Can you talk about the power of USDC and maybe how it's possibly a boost, an engine to the AI adoption and growth?
Yeah, thank you so much, Sam. I think before I actually joined Seco, maybe let me share a personal story, right? So before I joined Seco, I did a lot of remote freelance work, right? And what that means is, and this was before I moved to the United Kingdom, right? And what that means is that I needed to find a way to get easily paid, right? I needed to find a way to charge my clients outside of my immediate environment, right? And USDC made that possible because with just my wallet address, I can get paid easily. I don't have to worry about having a foreign bank account where my clients can easily pay me through, right? So USDC made that happen. So USDC is opening this, is making global commerce really, really possible, right? With the power of the blockchain. And that's why we here at Circle are showing developers how to build interesting applications that can actually change the world on the Circle developer platform. And when you look at USDC and AI, USDC is like AI agent where we are going to have a bunch of, think about it, you can have your own AI agent earning passive income for you, right? It's so easy to be able to facilitate that with USDC rather than the traditional payment system, because we all know the challenges that are associated with traditional payment system. Kind of slow, it takes a lot of time to get this actually being processed. But with USDC, USDC is fast, it's transparent, right? So that characteristics allows the possibility of AI agent payment exploration. And that's why we have this sample use case to show developers that, hey guys, get out there, explore the intersection of both worlds, build AI agent, and then if you need any payment infrastructure, USDC is the answer, and that's possible with Circle Developer Platform. And also, USDC is not only the tool that we have under the Circle Developer Platform. We have the Circle Web3 services, which under we've got programmable wallet, we have smart contract platform, and we're going to be showing you how you can mix all these tools to your advantage and then build effectively with USDC to power any AI use cases. So that's pretty much the benefit of having USDC work with AI, and it's going to power a lot of internet use cases, and we're going to start seeing how automation, right, AI agent automation will start powering a lot of these use cases, and USDC is just there to make payments easy.
Man, I love it. I love it. Once again, that passive income, it's some good motivation there. Let me know. I'd love to go ahead and jump into the presentation that you have, the workshop. If you want to go ahead and share your screen, we can get that set up for everybody.
Yeah.
Um, while everybody's out there listening, make sure that you join circle.com. Visit circle.com/Discord. You can meet Blessing and a lot of other of our DevRel and circlers that are in there to learn more, continue to gain some access and knowledge on this. And listen, if you like these live streams, you want us to do more, please let us know as well. Today, we're actually streaming on multiple channels. I'm on my channel. I know Blessing's on his. We're on Circle Developer, Build on Circle. We're also on Instagram today. Where are we? We're on YouTube today. So we're on a bunch of different channels, making it real accessible for everybody to get involved. Blesso,
Yeah.
let me go ahead and double check. Make sure you're all set up correctly on this next screen here. All right, yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like you are ready to go.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and publish this right here, and let's back in live mode, man. You were up and running. Let's go.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, Sam. So I'm going to be running through the use cases, right? And it's going. I've divided it into two sections. At first, we're going to understand the theoretical concept of like AI agent, and then we're going to see how we can combine that with the payment use case, right? Where each AI agent, they all have their own wallet and they get paid after performing different tasks, right? After completing this task, but I like to actually start with with a little bit of introduction, because a lot of people watching this live stream might not be this might be their first time actually coming across AI agents. So the first question in my mind is, what exactly are AI agents? I want you to think of AI agents as smart digital tools, right, that help you get things done easily, right? That's kind of like the simplest way for me to put that to put that explanation, right? And when you compare it to your regular software, they don't follow fixed rules. Our regular softwares today that we have actually follows strict fixed rules, fixed logic, that when that needs to be changed, the developer probably needs to update the code and fix things. But AI agents understand what you want to do and then they take action. So it's very important that you understand that keyword action. AI agent, they understand what you want to do and then they take action. And in this use case, I'm going to be showing you the AI agent that we have. He understand what we want to do, the research task. We are going to be using this AI agent to complete a research task, and then they'll take action on our behalf to complete that research task. But a certain component is missing. After they've taken action, they need to be compensated. So, and you can think of this, you can think of the possibilities that this actually offers, right? You can have your own AI agent that is deployed on the internet and then they earn USDC for you as passive income, right? I can have my own AI agent that does research tasks for different scientists or different people that are interested in research, and have it deployed, and then they use my AI agent for like research tasks, and then I get compensated in USDC, and it's just easy for me to earn passive income. And in this use case, I'll show you how all these AI agents actually complete different research tasks and then get compensated after completing the action. So if you can see on my screen right now, I have this diagram showing, and this is the kind of like a sketch of how the workflow that we have. So we've got an admin AI agent, we have a planner AI agent, we have an engineer AI agent, we have a scientist AI agent, we have an executor AI agent, and we have a critic AI agent. And I built this from the Microsoft AutoGen open source AI agent framework. And this example actually shows that an human can be interested in a certain task, a certain research task, and then task all these AI agents to actually complete the research task on the human's behalf. So we're going to be seeing an example right when I go to the code, but I just want you to understand that the human passes the instruction to an admin layer, and you can think of that admin layer as the user proxy, which represents the human user, and this agent initiates the research task and then approves the plan. So once that's approved, it goes to the planner. The planner's task as an AI agent is to curate and revise these research plans, and then it takes feedback from other agents based off of the plans, and then it can use the feedback to fine tune the plan. Once that's done, the planner passes the instruction to the AI agent that is responsible for carrying out this task. For example, if we need to write code to be able to complete the research task, the AI agent planner actually task the engineer to write the code. After the engineer has written the code, the engineer asks the executor to execute the code. So you see how the executor would actually execute the code in the terminal, and once that's done, the engineer would pass the raw information that was derived from the research, from running the code, the result. It will pass it to the scientist, and the scientist would make sense of this information in the format that we specify. Right? Don't worry if all this thing doesn't make sense now. I'll show you in the demo, and they will all come together shortly. So after all this, we need a level, we need a layer to manage or to actually review the work that is being done. Right? We need a critic AI agent. So the critic AI agent reviews the work of all these AI agents and then gives the result back to the admin and say, oh, this actually makes sense. The results, this is the result that you're looking out for. You can go ahead to say, you can go ahead to mark this as done. And when we mark that as done, we can then issue payments to this AI agent that, okay, this work has been done. Nice work, guys. This is the payment. So this is the future that we're trying to, this is the narrative that we're actually trying to shape for developers, that you can actually automate different tasks, and not only automate all these tasks, the missing part, which is compensation, which is payment, can have that done with USDC. And like I said, I've talked about the features of USDC that makes this great use case. So we have this intersection of AI and the blockchain power. So that's the AI concept. We're going to have a wallet for each AI agent. We're going to have an admin wallet, and it's in this admin wallet that would have the we can think of that as the primary wallet that keeps all the USDC, and from there we'll distribute the USDC to all these AI agents. So the engineer will get paid, the planner will get paid, the scientist gets paid, the executor gets paid, the critic gets paid, and we'll create all this in a wallet set. So this is the code that runs that. In the chat, Sam has dropped the link. If you like to follow along, it makes sense if you follow along. So you can fork the repository or like the repository so you can come back to it. And we've provided that in Replit. It makes it easy for you to run through the code. You have access to it always, and you can also make changes and commit back to the repository, because this is foundational work for us. We like for developers to contribute to this as we continue to shape the narrative. So again, the first part is the AI agent workflow, the AI agent framework. I've explained that, and then the payment side. So to combine both words together, I have my payment infrastructure running as a JavaScript file, and then I have my AI research, AI agent workflow running as a Python file. And the reason why is AI agents use cases, the AutoGen framework is actually a Python library, right? And we've got like the Python SDK as well for the circle payment, but I'm only using the JavaScript to just run through this example. So I'm combining both with a main.py file, and it's from the main.py file, the main.py Python file, that I would run everything, and you see that. So for all this to make sense, I'd actually go through a couple of steps, right? And these steps, we've got them for the payment infrastructure, and we have the steps for the AI agent. So starting with the AI agent, the first step is to import the library, load a certain configuration, because we are using the large language model. We have to load the configuration for that. And once we've loaded the configuration, we then create our AI agent. And after that, we create a group chat for this AI agent to sort of interact and have conversations, to be able to manage all these tasks together. And once that's done, we define a research function, which is the research goal. For example, the research function that I'm interested in is I want to scrape the archive website. And archive website is a repository for research papers. I want the engineer agent to go to this website and grab all the papers that fit a certain research topic, and then give me the URLs, give me all the information about all these research papers. That's the research goal I'm interested in. And again, this is an example just to show you the power of the AI agent and how that combines with the payment infrastructure. So once that's done, I run the code, and the AI research file actually runs the code. We've created the AI agent, and to go to the payment infrastructure, the first thing we're doing is we're importing the libraries. We create something called wallet set and wallet. If this is your first time hearing about all these terms, all these payment terms, the Circle Developer Platform terms, yeah, we'll have a link in the repository that actually directs to the developer docs, so you can take time to read through all these concepts. For example, what is a wallet set? What is a wallet? You'd actually understand all that, and we have different examples that would make it easy for you to understand. So after that, the next step is to request a testnet token, and the testnet token, we're going to be dropping that into the admin wallet. So we want to have a primary wallet that has all the funds. So for this example, I'll request testnet token and I'll drop it in an admin wallet. And after that, we'll check for the wallet. I'll have a couple of functions that do certain activities. For example, check wallet balance, ensure sufficient balance, and then create transactions, wait for transaction confirmation, validate payment, process payment, and then from there we'll then pay each AI agent. So enough of all this theoretical stuff. Let's get into the code. So all this all makes sense when I actually show you in code. So the first thing is to go through the demo. You can see that my screen is divided into three parts. We've got the first part that has all the files, right? And this is the repo structure. The mid section has the code, and this section has kind of like my terminal that shows all the logs, all the results that I'm getting back. So I've actually run this before the demo, so it makes it easy for me to just walk through this, and then we'll then pay each AI agent. So if I go back to this diagram, right? Remember we mentioned that the human gives an instruction to the admin layer. The admin layer now comes gives the planner plans, the engineer takes the task, and then the scientist does the stuff. And then we have the result, which the critic actually reviews. So that's the same thing that I've got right here. But before that, let's go through certain configuration steps that is actually really important for you to be able to use this demo. So the link that Sam dropped in the comment section, it takes you directly to this readme section. And in this readme section, I've explained different stuff about the project, the reason why like USDC makes sense for this demo, right? And the autogen framework. But one thing that I would like you to take note of is the security configuration. That is, how do you get your API keys that you need to be able to run through this project easily? So to do that, I'll take you to the Circle console. So to get to the Circle console, you go to console.circle.com and you sign up. You create an account. And after creating an account, you have to grab your API keys. So to grab your API keys, on the left section, you see this API keys section, and then you can easily click on create a key and you create your own key. But it doesn't stop at that step. You need to go through certain security configuration. And for that, I'm going to just maybe like I'm going to just show you really, really quickly. So I'll create. I think for the sake of time, I might not have to create my own account, but I'll just show you the steps that you can walk through and you'll be able to complete the configurations, right? So it's called, you can get that from learn.circle.com/interactive quick start. So once you get there, you'll click on developer controlled wallet section. In the developer controlled wallet section, we have all the steps that would create your own first wallet. So we only need the security configuration step. And for that, after you've created your API key, of course, right? For that, you just uh, click on this button, which is the first step of generating your own entity secret. Think of entity secret as kind of like the extra layer of security, right? And you have to store it. You have to ensure that it's stored safely. And I'll show you how to store it in your Repolit repository shortly, right? So you have to ensure that it's stored safely, and you use your entity secret to generate something called the entity secret ciphertext. And it's that entity secret ciphertext that you would use to complete the security configuration step. So let's assume that I've generated my own entity secret by just clicking on this button. Because I have all these parameters, I'll just run through so you understand. So you've generated your own entity secret, you copy the entity secret, right? And from there, the next step is to fetch something called the public key. And we've created this interactive quick start guide that you don't have to do much. You just have to click on the try it out button and you get the result. So the API key that we created in the previous step, you drop it right here, you run the code, and it will give you your public key. After you have your public key, it comes up in the response. Sorry. Okay. After you have your public key, it comes up in the response, and then you generate the entity secret ciphertext. So generating the entity secret ciphertext, all you need is your API key and then your entity secret. So once you have your API key here, you have your entity secret here, you click on try it out button, it gives you a response of your entity secret ciphertext. And you take that entity secret ciphertext in your developer console, you navigate to the developer controlled section, and right there you click on configurator and you paste your entity secret ciphertext right here in the inbox, in the input field that is shown right here, and you click on register, and that registers your entity secret ciphertext. So you've completed the payment. You can think of it as the payment infrastructure security setup. You have your entity secret, you have your entity secret value. Now you go back to Repolit. In Repolit, you go to the section, you scroll down, you go to this section where we have 1 second, trying to find it. Yes, you go to secret. In secret, you can see that I have all my parameters right here on the right. I've got my Circle API key. I showed you how to create one. So you put the value right here. I've got my Circle entity secret. You put the value right there. I showed you how to create one, and then I've got my OpenAI API key. I've also showed to probably just go through. Sorry, I thought I showed you. You go to the OpenAI website and then you create a key. It's actually easy to do. You go to platform OpenAI. Let me just search for one. Right, my account. So you sign up and then you create your key. Let me actually just log in because I've created my own key. So I'll just log in with my account. 1 second. Log in my
Yeah, I'll let
account.
you go ahead and log in first.
Yeah. Okay. Now, okay. Yeah, I think I have that. 1 second.
All right, I'll let you go. But yeah, I've been chatting with people in the chat today. Shout out to Canada. I see you all are out there doing things. I love that people are getting inspired, to do this and to build, networking. Letting us know, what you want to do. I put a link, youtube.com forward slash at build on circle. There's a couple things that Blessing mentioned as he was going through it, like our entity secret key, etc. There's tons of videos that he's created that you can leverage to go through. So yeah, so make sure to visit that. Also, our Discord, right? We have circle.com forward slash Discord. And I think that's another place that everyone can go. We have Javi on our community team that's out there. We have customer support that's in there. I think we're up to like 15 customer support members now, which is incredible. That are working around the clock to help answer questions. So that's another spot that you can go. How you looking over there, Blessing?
Yeah. Let's go back to it.
All
Yeah, I
right.
just wanted to show how to like create your own keys, right? So
So
once you
such a
log in,
man, you're such a helpful person, man. Let me go back to your screen. Hold on. You see, that's why I
yeah,
love Blessing, man. He gonna make sure you all are taken care of. Let me know when you're ready, Blessing.
Yeah. I'm ready. Yeah,
Oh,
so you go to OpenAI and then you go to the section, to the dashboard section, and on the left side, click on API keys, and then you create your own key because we need this to be able to. So you just click on create a new secret key. It creates a new one for you, and then you copy it, and then we'll go back to replicate. So these are the three parameters that we need to be able to run through this project, right? So let's assume that you all have everything that we need, and let me run you through. So I'll go back to actually. I'll go back to the console. Amazing. So I'll go back to the console and then I'll run through all this. Don't worry if all this looks like something that you don't understand, I will explain. So the first thing was for the admin to actually put in like let me actually just pray that this demo works. I'll stop it and then run it again. So I pray we don't run it into any issues. So 1 second. Okay, replicate is taking time. Okay, okay, amazing. Right. So once I ran the code, this is the time for me as I will just hide this button, pay attention to the lower side. So this is the time for me as human to put in my research goal. In the AI research file, I've already specified a certain research goal that, oh, I want research the following topic, check the archive website for interesting papers to support your result, and create a markdown table for different domains following this topic, right? So that's the research goal. I actually had coded this into, I created a function that makes, so that was why when I ran the code, you saw that the planner created a plan, the critic reviewed the plan, and we've got the plan, and the plan is well structured, it's comprehensive, right? It makes sense. But let's say as you like the human layer, you wanted more flexibility. You want to tell the AI agent to do something different. You can actually put in the chart right here and then put in your own new message. And I think I created something, so I'll just copy it. I'll just say, oh, contrary to this instruction, I want the engineer to do something different. So I'll put that. I'll say, let the engineer interact with the archive website APIs. I'll just put this. I'll move up right back. Okay. APIs, let's just say website, to fetch different papers that are related to jobs and artificial intelligence trends. So expect that we're going to get all these papers from the archive website, and the engineer is going to write code to obviously fetch these papers and then give the scientists to make sense of the information, and then we'll have the result at the end of the day. So once I run this, the engineer would swing to action, and that happened super fast because again I ran this before the demo. But let me just quickly run through the code that is happening right here, the setup that is happening right here. So if I come back to where I had the instruction, right, we said let the engineer interact with the archive websites to fetch papers that are related to jobs and artificial intelligence trend, right? The engineer said, oh, I'll do this, right? I wrote the code, because, and then there was some error, right, because of the execution. The executor ran into error, and then it corrected itself. And then at the end of the day, we were able to have a successful execution, and we have all these titles, summaries, URLs, right? Which of course you can click on. Let's click on this to confirm. Okay, unified prediction model for employability in Indian higher education. Makes sense. Was submitted June 24. It's a right nice research paper, right? So we can see that at least to some extent this is working, right? The AI agents, they are doing great stuff. This was published September 2024. So I can open the URL, right? NASDAQ 100 companies hiring insights. Makes sense into the labor market. 1st of September 2024, right? So you can see that this is working. The engineer has written the code to interact with the archive website. We have the results in the terminal. It makes sense. And the scientist is making sense of all this information. And the scientist actually put that in a table. So the way we actually put together this AI agent workflow is that the scientist is not supposed to write code. The scientist is just supposed to process the information. So the engineer writes the code. So we have a nice table that we can actually review. And you can see that the table has been stored in a CSV file. So this is the CSV file. We have all the topics, we have all the URLs, and we have the summary of the research paper. We have all the authors. I'll just move this to the side. We have all the authors, we have everything. And this is just fantastic, right? Because I didn't have to do anything. The engineer wrote the code to be able to interact with the website. Amazing. We've automated the task. The scientist compiled all the information and presented it in a nice table that we can understand. And we have a CSV that I can just download and work with. A lot of people are already using this workflow for like content curation, research tasks, and stuff like that. But the next step from this is payment. After this AI agent has been, after this AI agent, they've completed all these tasks, let's compensate them in the sense that I can own an AI agent that does research, and then it's being compensated is me earning passive income from that AI agent. Let's say I have it deployed. So the way to run that payment, we've put together the circle payment like infrastructure, like using developer controlled programmable wallets. And I'll run through the code of how this works and then help you understand how everything comes together, right? So we've completed the step where the AI agent completed this research task for us. Let's get them paid. So you can see right here running through the code super quickly because I'm mindful of like the time. And Sam, please keep me to check if I'm like going over time. But yeah, running through the function, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work with the Circle Developer Controlled SDK. And the SDK is was built to enable easy interaction with the Circle Developer platform APIs, specifically the programmable wallet APIs. So we have it right here. I've imported that, and the next thing is creating a client instance, and I'm passing my API key, I'm passing my entity secret. Like I said, it's important that you store that as a secret so that you don't go like you don't create um any security issues for yourself. So I'm grabbing that from my environment, from Repolit environment variable. That's why I have process.env, the circle entity secret. And the next step is to create a wallet set. So I have a function that creates a wallet set. To create a wallet set, all I need to do is interact with the circle developer controlled programmable wallet, create wallet set endpoint. And I'm using this method to do that. This SDK method, I'm calling that from client.create wallet. I pass the name of the wallet set that I want to curate, and this function curates that wallet set, and we're grabbing the wallet set ID from the response. So that's why I'm saying response.data.walletset.id, and I'll return the response at the end of the function. So after my wallet set has been created, I need to create a wallet. So creating a wallet, I have another function that also creates a wallet, right? And to create a wallet, I need a wallet set, I need the blockchain, and I need the number of wallets I want to create. In this example, we're going to be creating a wallet for the admin AI agent. We're going to be creating wallet for other like other AI agent, the engineer, the scientist, the critic, the admin layer, the user proxy, and so on. So and this can be to your use case. You can create as many as possible wallet that you want for your use case. So I'm interacting with the create wallet endpoint to be able to create the wallet. I've got the blockchain, I've got the count, and I've got the wallet set ID, and those are the parameters that I need to be able to create wallet. So after that, I'm grabbing the response. The addresses is the response that I'm actually interested in, because I need the address to be able to issue payment to this AI agent. So I'm saying from response, give me the data and then give me the wallet address, and I'm joining all that together. So I have this data structure of all these addresses. Then the next step is to actually request testnet token into the admin wallet. And with that, I'm using this function to be able to carry that out. And I'm interacting with the request testnet token method with the address, with the blockchain name, and also it's a USDC testnet token that I'm requesting. And then at the end in the console, I'm console logging that, okay, the testnet token has been requested successfully. And after that, I have a function that checks the balance, because before I issue the payment, I need to ensure that I have the right amount to pay this AI agent, kind of like how you would check your wallet balance before you spend, right? So that you don't get charged, you don't get like a failed transaction. So that's what I've got this function for, and it's so crucial for you if you want to integrate that into your application. So this function checks the balance, and it does that by using the get wallet token balance, and it takes in the wallet ID to identify the specific wallet that we want to get the wallet balance for, and it does that to be able to get the wallet balance. And then right after getting the wallet balance, we're console logging all the information in the console. And the next step is another function to ensure, okay, we've checked the balance. Is this balance, is it sufficient for all the transaction that I'll get? Because I'm paying more than one transaction. So I have this function that runs through, runs a for loop, grabs the balance, check the USDC balance, and then check if it is sufficient with the with kind of like a mathematics function that I have right here, that okay, if it is greater than or equals to the required balance, actually put in the console that okay, this is sufficient to carry out the transaction, right? And the next step is, after I have sufficient balance, I need to create the transaction. And transaction means I'm sending USDC from the admin wallet to the AI agent wallet, right? And this is happening automatically. So and to do that, I'm interacting with the create transaction programmable wallet endpoint that creates a particular transaction, and it takes in the parameter of amount with the wallet ID, destination address, the token ID, and the gas fee level. Of course, we're using the Circle developer platform gas station feature that allows us to not source for native token, and this makes it easy for you to just undo gas fees for your users. So because it's in testnet, Circle is covering it for you. So for this example that we are working through together, you don't have to source your for native gas fees. This will be done for you using the gas station feature. So after that, I have another function that wait for transaction confirmation, because all these activities that we're doing, transactions, sending from one wallet to the other wallet, they are asynchronous in nature. We need to ensure that it's been confirmed before we move to the next one. For example, imagine I paid the engineer AI agent and the payment has not been completed. I then move on to pay another maybe scientist AI agent, right? That might cause kind of like a discrepancy in my activity. So I need to wait for transaction confirmation, and this function does that. So once that's been done, I have another function that validates payment, right? And it's still similar to check wallet balance function, right? And after that, I then process the payment. Pay attention to this side, because this is the side where I run through all the steps. So the first one is to create a wallet set. After the wallet set has been created, I create wallet, the main wallet, the admin wallet, where the testnet token goes into and where we pay all the AI agent from. So, and then I create all the AI agent wallet. I'm working with Solana DevNet in this example, but you can pretty much work with any blockchain that is supported by the Circle Developer Platform Programmable Wallet tool, and that's Solana, Arbitrum, Ethereum, Polygon, right? And then I'm checking the contributions, right? So in the AI research, I actually created a contribution feature that depending on how each AI agent contributes to the research task, they should get paid. Only that for this example, I made it equal. So I made it equal in the sense that each AI agent contributes one, kind of like, you can think of it as one point, right? So they get paid one USDC. And the beauty of having that is that you can determine which AI agent actually contributes more to your research task, and then they get paid more, right? So, for example, if the engineer does more work, the engineer should be paid more. If the scientist did more work, the scientist should be paid more. So that contribution would allow you to be able to like undo that. Only that for this example is one, so that it's equal for everyone. And then I'm requesting testnet token. And once that's done, I check the required balance. And from there, I check I ensure that we have sufficient balance, and then I go ahead to carry out the transaction with the contributions, and then I pay to each AI agent by creating the different transaction. And then I have a summary table at the end in the console that will show you kind of like a summary of that. So let's take this for a spin. I've gone through all the code. I'll just click on exit to exit this feature, this interaction of using the AI agent after they've completed the task, and the research has been completed. Now I'm processing the payment, right? And this is beautiful in the sense that I can actually go back to my console and test this, see how this is taking place. So to do that, you navigate to developer controlled section, and then you navigate to the transaction section, and you can see how this is actually happening. 20 USDC was dropped into the main wallet from the testnet function. We got back 20 USDC, and from there I paid each AI agent one USDC, and you can see how that is taking place. You can see the state. This is currently in a confirmed state and is on the Solana DevNet. It's a transfer outbound from one wallet is entering into the other wallet. A transfer outbound from one wallet is entering into the other wallet. If I should refresh this, you see that we would have more, right? And that would complete all the payments for each AI agent. Let's go back to the code, and you can see the activity has been completed. So I put together this summary table for you to see all the payment activity that was done. You see the address, you see this address for all AI agents. I think this is beautiful, where in the we have a world where each AI agent actually does have their own address, and we can automate they can automate a lot of tasks and then get compensated into that address. And this just opens a new world of different possibilities. So the engineer got paid one USDC, the scientist got paid one USDC, and they all got paid one USDC. And again, I added different logs because it's so important for you to understand under the hood what's actually happening, what's taking place. So you can, if I should scroll back up, all the things I went through, all the explanation that I went through, it would actually make sense when you run through the logs. So the first one is wallet set was created. We've got a wallet set ID, if you can see it. Then the next step is we created the wallet for each AI agent, right? And you can see all the addresses. You can see all the addresses. We have this address, we have this address for all the AI agents. And then we requested testnet token to the first wallet, which is the main wallet or the admin wallet. And this is it as well. I guess so. Oh, it's different. It's a different one. It's, yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is it. So that's the main wallet, right? We requested testnet token into that, and then we check for the balance. Oh, it's sufficient balance in the wallet. 20 USDC. We want to pay, I think, about 6 USDC. So I have sufficient balance to be able to carry out that activity. So the first, it runs through the first attempt. It saw that, oh, the balance was insufficient. It waited, because don't forget, it takes time for the testnet token to get into the main wallet, right? So after that, sufficient balance found of 20 USDC, and then the process went on to create different transactions, and each AI agent were all paid. This is the transaction ID, and you can see different states that the transaction went through for us to have a confirmed transaction at the end of the day. So I put together these logs so that you can also understand under the hood what's happening. And once you do, you can integrate into any application, into any use case. And that's the reason why we created this, because we want you to build something great of your own, having all this understanding, all these tools that we've provided for you. So checking the wallet, we got back the response, right? So the AI agent, the first AI agent got one USDC in the wallet. That makes sense. The second one did, And then they all did, and I put together this nice summary table. I think there were, yeah, five AI agents. So we made five payments at the end of the day, and then I returned a success through a response that, oh, once the AI agent completed the task, we pay them appropriately. So I think I didn't cover the AI research code, and it's very easy to understand, right? The first step is to load your configuration. I've added different information there so you understand how the function works. And the configuration, you need to set your OpenAI key, right? From the environment variable of Repulate, select this model. We're working with GPT-4, and going back to the AI research. After loading the configuration, we're actually creating different AI agents. So we created the AI agent, the admin AI agent that oversees the task and interact with the human layer, and then the engineer that writes code. And this is the prompt, right? This is the prompt to describe the system message, to actually describe what the AI agent should do when they want to navigate this task. And then the scientist, this is the system message for the scientist. This is the system message for the planner, the executor, which actually executes the code written by the engineer and reports the result, right? You can also run this in a Docker environment by setting this use Docker flag to true, right? If you're familiar with Docker. So you can, and this is the system message for critic, when then passing out the LLM configuration. Of course, we did for each and every one of them, right? Apart from, I think, the executor, right? So after that, we created a group chat where all of them actually handles their interaction. And they do this autonomously because, for example, if the engineer should run into an error, if the executor should run into an error, you can go back to the engineer and say, oh, this code is wrong. Can you fix it? The engineer rewrites the code and then pass that back to the executor. So this is just really, really nice. And then we have a research function, and it takes care of everything. And I said for simplicity, I will assume that all the AI agents contributed equally. And this was where I returned the contributions metric. So I set all of them to 1 point. You can also do, like, maybe have your own logic to determine the contribution metric for all the engineers. And I'm running everything in a main.py file that brings together all the process, and it just runs everything, and it put the topic. We run the research. Once the research is completed, we move on to processing the payment. So that's pretty much how this repository work, and the sample apps that we've built for you to understand how the intersection of AI agents and then the payment world with blockchain, power with USDC, and the Circle Developer Platform programmable wallet. So I'll pause and check the chat for questions and pass it on to Sam.
Man, woo, that was nice, man. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It's been great.
Thanks.
I've been going through the chats. It looks like we might have some folks wanting to help build out communities in different parts of the world, man. This is great. I was
Amazing.
checking. We had like, man, about 250 folks live with
Nice.
us, today. Just all over, man. I'm still trying to catch up because I know we had Instagram too. I haven't even checked Instagram yet, so I don't even know what's going on over there. So
Nice.
it's been really, really great. I mean, this is just the beginning, right? Right, Blessing? I mean, where do you see this going next?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are actually just exploring what's possible with the technology, right? So, and I see us having like like, for example, a customer service AI agent that I like, a certain developer built, and then is doing customer service AI agent work on the internet, right? And is earning back passive income for the developer. I see a world where developers actually build an AI marketplace, where, or AI agent marketplace, where you all have your own AI agents deployed, doing different things for you, and then earning back returns for you passively. That's the world where I see this actually going to, because trust me,
Wow.
I was watching the Microsoft AI CEO, and he made a prediction that in 2025 we're going to have an AI agent that would automatically apply for a job, and then would get the job, right, and then actually function, right. So this is the world where I see AI agents going.
Man, it's exciting, and I mean, some people are nervous about it, but I think that the opportunity that you're showing here is that we can be a part of this, that we can leverage this technology, utilize USDC to build the economy of the future. And so I appreciate this. To everyone that's watching, circle.com. Let me go ahead and put it back up, or circle.com/. Discord.
Developers. Yeah,
Yeah, well,
Discord.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I got that too. So you can go to you can go to our Discord. Blesso will be in there today, tomorrow, the day after. Chatting with everybody. So if you have questions, you can go there. If you're curious, he showed. I love how you were going through the Circle platform. Shout out. I know Gagan gonna love that. Gonna see it up there. Shout out to the whole product team that's been behind that. You want to learn more about that. We have our doc. So we got developers.circle.com. Please visit the site. And then, just a huge shout out to our entire dev marketing team that are really here to support. Huge shout out. I can't end this without giving a major shout out to our fearless VP in our area, Sandra Persons. Big shout out. She makes all this happen. She's letting us go live. So huge shout out to Sandra for all that hard work, helping to get the Replit, approved in record time, allowing us to really interact with everybody with all this technology, all this stuff you see here. Huge shout out to Sandra Persing. And then the rest of our team, right? We have Jenna that's out there making sure that everything's really well connected. We have Corey Cooper, dev manager for the Americans. We have Elton, that is another DevRel. Shout out to Elton over in APAC. Look at it. He blessed his smiley here. Elton, man. Shout out to Elton. Shout out to Ian Chung. Shout out to Al Lukin on our ecosystem team. So you hear us talk about a lot of support in our ecosystem with co-marketing and credits and grants. Shout out to our entire team there. I think I got everybody, man. We got a great team. We're really happy for everything that's going on. Blessing, shout out to you, man. Thank you. Look, man, we're right on time. You cut it right at an hour. So I really appreciate that, man. Hey, we could stay there all day. If y'all want to stay here longer, we could have done that too. But any final words, Blessing, before we sign off?
Yeah, I think from me is that we are going to continue exploring what's possible with the intersection of AI and blockchain. And I just encourage you, developers, to also do the same. Leverage all the tools and technologies, all the tutorials, all the videos that we've shared, that we've provided to sort of like experiment. You just experiment. And I'm going to drop this saying that to predict the future, we have to build the future. So that's one of the motivation that led to us actually working on this, right? We want to shape the narrative of the future, hence why we're building it. So you can be a part of it. You don't need to get scared about the AI revolution. You can understand it and make great living for yourself. So also in Discord, put ideas that you like for us to see, for us to build next, right? A customer agent, customer AI agent. Let us know, build something great on that, and then we'll come back and do a live stream just like this. So thank you so much, Sam.
Man, say that one more time. You said, "Hey, listen, you can predict the future." Say it one more time. That was some bars, man. That was some K dot level bars you just dropped on us, man. Say that one more time.
So I said to predict the future, we have to build the future.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right,
Um,
my man. Looks like we are wrapping up here. Thank you for all that you've done. We'll see everybody real soon. Take care.
Thank you for having me. Bye.